What's up everyone, my name is Anish Ghosh and this is my first YouTube video, and I'm not very much sure to how to keep the background noises at check and how to amplify my voice, as this is my first video and I'll definitely rectify those in upcoming videos. And this is a video where I am trying to present my experience of SPJIMR PGPM interview experience with you. I've recently concluded my executive MBA preparation journey and I've applied to a number of colleges. I got shortlisted for interview from all those colleges. Only the result from two of the colleges are awaited as of now. I have converted all the other colleges and I did not attend the interview for one single college. I'll explain about all the processes and how to do that, and my experiences in all the interview process, as well as the application process, as well as my GMAT experience in the upcoming videos. By the way, I also took my GMAT this year around the time of February, and I got a score which was decent enough, which allowed me or enabled me to apply to all these colleges. Before starting the video, let me give you a very brief introduction of myself. My full name is Anish Ghosh and I am right now working as a quality specialist at SAP. I have over 5 years of experience in the software development industry, and I have applied to a number of colleges which are SPJIMR, which is the PGPM SPJIMR. I am Kozhikode PGPBL, I am Calcutta MBA X, I am Bangalore EPGP, XLRI PGDM GM, and ISB PGP. SPJIMR PGPM usually conducts group interviews. There were 2 rounds of the interview. The first will be a technical round, which was followed by another behavioral round. Both the rounds had elimination and you need to qualify in the first round so as to be eligible for the second round. The interviews were conducted online and both the rounds will be usually conducted on a single day. Okay. So the technical round began at around the time of 10 o'clock in the morning, and we were a group of 4 interviewees, and there were a panel of 3 interviewers. All of them were professors taking our interview. The very first question that we were asked was to give a brief introduction of ourselves. So after we were done with the introduction, the second question was a bit tricky, and they asked us a question about what did you understand of the other's introduction and why would you want the other person to be a part of your PGPM classroom. I was paying attention to what others were saying, and as part of this, I was able to answer the question decently. The third question that we were asked was based on our technical experience. Since I was from software testing, I was asked a few questions on black box testing and then software testing as a profession as a whole, and then I was also asked about the question about the tools that I use as part of my testing work. Once we were done with that, the next question that followed up was based on our short and long term aspirations. My short term aspiration was to go into product management and my long term aspiration was to go into entrepreneurship. I was asked one question on the basis of that. I was asked the difference between a B2B market and a B2C market. Initially, I was not able to answer the question confidently and I flunked a little bit, and when the professor recognized that, he started grilling me on that question. But in the following attempts, I was able to answer that question decently. And that was all about the technical round. And once the technical round ended, we were asked to wait in the breakout room for around half an hour. After half an hour, we got an email invitation for the second round of interview, which was another Zoom link that was provided to us, and the interview was scheduled at around 1:30 p.m. in that same day. Be mindful of this fact that once you qualify in the first round only, then you will be able to sit for the interview in the second round. I was able to qualify in the first round, and that is the reason I got shortlisted for the second round. The second round of interview began at around 1:30 p.m. in the same day, and this was based on the managerial expertise, as I have mentioned earlier. We were a group of 3 interviewees and there were 2 professors. We were asked about giving our introduction initially, and so once we were done with that, one professor presented a situation-based question in front of us, and we were asked to give our viewpoints on that particular question. So the question was that a particular teammate in your team is doing moonlighting and the organization prohibits moonlighting. So what are your viewpoints on that and how are you going to take actions? So we gave our viewpoints and our actions based on the situation, and the professor kept adding layers one after another. So the professor added, like, let's say that person is facing some financial constraints, then what will you do, which steps are you going to take, and so on and so forth. Once we were done with that round, then another professor asked us a different question, and this question was based on our extracurricular activities. I was involved in the voluntary activities which I had mentioned earlier during my introduction, and I was asked questions based on my volunteering activities. There were the other two were asked questions based on their extracurricular activities, and we were asked cross question based on each other's extracurricular activities as well. Once we were done with that, the interview process ended. So that was all about the interview experience. I got the result on 13th of August, and I was shortlisted for the admission for the SPJIMR PGPM, which I did not pursue. I declined that offer, and because I had other plans, which I will be subsequently discussing in my next upcoming videos. Overall, the interview experience was a decent one, and I did not face any troubles during the entire interview process as well as the application process. I will make a separate video on the entire application process and the application essays. Yeah, so that was it about today's video. If you have any questions, particularly catering to the SPJIMR PGPM application process and interview experience, please reach out to me on the LinkedIn ID that I'll be mentioning in the description as well as in the email. You can also reach out to me over Instagram. I'll mention my Instagram ID as well. So that was it about today's video. Hope to meet you in the next videos as well. And thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it.